And we're back, and joining us now, we have the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, not obviously not. Band manager Dwight Glenn and Jennifer Cotner-Jones, executive director of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra. And good to see both of you. Hope you're doing well.
Thanks for having us. Wow, stereo.
That was pretty good, actually. No rehearsal there.
None, zero.
Okay, collaboration, a meeting of the talents, everything going. You've got to explain what's happening here.
Well, last year, as part of our 50th anniversary, actually, I guess it was 3 years ago, we had reached out to Kyle Pickett and said, would there be any interest in a collaboration between the Ozark Mountain Daredevils and the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, thinking he would probably say, oh, no. Well, he said yes. So the process began. The pandemic slowed us down, but it allowed our brilliant horn player, Bill Jones, to write symphony charts for 17 songs, which is a lot of work.
Yeah.
He did genius work, and he wrote it for each individual symphony player, and there was 50 symphony players, and we did 2 shows last year. And how did they go, Jennifer?
They were amazing. So we almost sold out the first one, and that's when we came together and said we need to add a second show. So we added a second show the following Sunday, and it was a great success, and the feedback was amazing because when you hear the Daredevils and the symphony, it's 2 different crowds in your mind.
You think?
Yeah, and so when they came together, I think people were just really amazed at the beautiful sounds that came out and the fun that was had. And, you know, we got symphony season ticket holders because they were like, well, I've never been to the symphony. So, and we have people that never seen the Daredevils.
Yeah,
oh, well, wonderful.
I mean, it's amazing when you spoke about the arrangements, because that's what I kept thinking. It's like, okay, you've got coveralls, overalls, and you have tuxedos and gowns. How would the arrangements come together? Obviously, very nicely.
We had known for years that a lot of the deep cuts, and we're talking Colorado song, lowlands, lent themselves to strings. That's not something that A&M was going to do in 1974 or 75, but we knew that with the proper treatment, it could be something that would be magical. And Bill Jones wrote these pieces, and he understands the band. He was there from the very, very beginning, even in the family tree days, so you weren't sending these to New York to somebody that would have no idea what the songs meant and what the reason was that they were written, which was the area that we grew up in. And then we put this together, and we knew we would have to rehearse. The symphony is professional. We're a ragtag bunch of hippies. And we've said this before, but you don't jam with the symphony.
Yeah.
You know, at some point when the chart stops, we need to stop too.
Yeah, but they are champions. I mean, they
Oh, the symphony players were great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were just blown away by how enthusiastic they were to play with us. And we're like, no, we're really enthusiastic to play with you. We're the ones that feel fortunate for this to happen.
When and where is all of this going to be happening that folks can, you know, see this meeting of the minds?
So we're doing it again, August 19th in Branson at the Mansion Theater.
Oh, wonderful.
So there's tickets available. If you missed it the first time, or if you're thought about coming to see it but couldn't and didn't know what to expect, I highly just tell everybody, get your tickets, because it's an experience in itself. Because there's a lot of things that are thrown in that are really unexpected.
Oh, fun.
So,
it sounds like a lot of fun.
She's done this before. That's a great tease. But the simplest song that we do and have done for many years, you might have heard of it, it's called Chicken Train.
Oh, yes.
It's a one-chord song.
I've heard of that.
It is the most complicated song that we do with the symphony the entire evening.
Really?
So if that's not a great tease, you need to come see what we turn Chicken Train into.
Oh,
So now we're going to be hearing mandolins, guitars, all of this with a symphonic sound behind us. That sounds like it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Can
I think
Kyle keep up with that?
He does. He does a really good job. And, you know, he's got high energy anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've been to the symphony, you see his enthusiasm. So it's just really fun to see him in a different element. And then the players, too, so they're kind of dressed a little bit more casual than normal. And so, yeah, it's not your
Kyle
typical
be
symphony.
wearing overalls or something?
I don't know. He sometimes just pops out in random
just
things.
never-
So you never know, the unexpected.
How do people get tickets and information about it then?
the Mansion,
Online,
the mansiontheater.com. Tickets are available. They're selling well, but there are some still remaining. And I promise you, you will be amazed by this collaboration. And like Kyle said last year, Chicken Train finally has a conductor.
True.
That's great.
You had that in your hip pocket the whole time.
It's his line. I just
Still
borrowed
had it in the hip
Right.
pocket.
That's great. We have to go, Tom. We're going to have to go.
All right. Thank you both for being here.